I try to like do 2 problems, 3 problems, but then because work's so stressful, I end up doing nothing. It's just impossible to really deep dive into one problem and understand it. So to be honest, the way I have been keeping myself motivated and the way I have been feeling okay about myself is basically by reading The Economist, or reading any other news outlet that is similar to the LSAT language. And that way I would feel better about myself and not really do the problems. And I'll tell myself, the more reading I do, the better I get at diagnosing these problems. And so is it effective? No, because like you said, it's impossible. You're right. Every day I wake up and this is my absolute true 100 feeling. And I have to put this into words, and I have to face that. This is the reality. It's going to take me forever to get through the problems. And it's going to take me forever to get through the LSAT. And then the end picture is basically, this is impossible for me to get done with. Why not just quit? And so, yes, I do need to find a better way of studying. Yes, I do need to find a more productive way of doing problems. But I'm just not sure how to get there, because this is just magnificently time suck, if you may. And yeah, it's not really realistic to be studying like that for a year or 2.
No, it's not. It's too much, especially when you have other obligations. You're reminding me of someone. First of all, you're reminding me of myself, but you're also reminding me of a friend. This friend, he was a person who liked to collect things. And I think many of us have an idea, have that impulse to collect things or to be comprehensive in nature regarding our understanding of something. So it's not just that you want to do 1 or you want to do 5. You want all of them. So this friend, he's the kind of person where he looks up the top 100 movies of all time, and then he has to download all of them and watch all of them and properly tag all the file names and everything and look up all the details on the IMDb and those websites and learn everything he can. Like, to me, that's collecting. And it could be for something that's totally useless, or it could be for something like the LSAT, where there's a theoretical justification for that, where there's 89 numbered exams, there's a handful of unnumbered exams. Let me look up all of them and get all of them and do all of them and understand all of them. And that's something that I personally fell prey to. Luckily, there were only 40 something back when I was doing it, so it wasn't nearly as much of a job. Now there's more than double. But the idea is that if they're out there, I've got to do them. I've got to master them. And that serves you up to a point. It's probably going to get you a higher score than doing nothing, as long as you don't burn out. So what I'm sensing here is that when there's a problem that you don't get, you're looking up what person A says, person B, person C. There's videos, there's message board postings, there's books that contain it. And so if you could look up for one question, get 7 different sources, that would give you the most comprehensive view.
Yes.
So I'm going to recommend a totally different approach. I'm going to recommend for you a ban on explanations, where for the next problems that you complete that you have trouble with, you are not allowed to look up explanations for them. For the next, let's say the next week, you cannot look up any explanations. Of course, you can look up the answer key and you can try to develop your own understanding of the problem and write it out for yourself and think on it. And you can form a study group. You can connect with a study partner. You can, of course, bring your questions to the weekly study groups inside the course and get your questions and discuss your questions there. But you cannot look up external recorded or written resources. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.